Howdy everybody, welcome back to another episode of Allen Classic Cars. We are back with the 55 Montclair, doing some dress-up work on her. Getting some stuff put back on the engine, some wires attached, all just a bunch of little nitpick stuff on this here docu-series. So, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, first thing I want to put on is my water pump. I'm tired of seeing this bare. It is cleaned up best I can. Nice smooth surface. I did some pookie on the water pump side of the gasket. I'm not going to do it on the engine side just yet. I might do that if it starts to leak. Probably won't, because this is a really flat, smooth surface here, nice and machined. So it should seal just fine without needing to put some pookie on that there side. Ooh, let me grab hose clamp. Okay, there we go. Hose clamp. Slide that on there. Boop-a-doo. Bottom one's annoying because it's holding the timing marker. Just trying to do that one last, but apparently it wants to go first. Or second to last, rather. This one I'm doing last, because that holds the power steering bracket. I have had all of these bolts in here for like a month, just sitting in here, resting. And now none of them want to start. They were all partially threaded in. Oh, there we go. That one started. I don't know what this one's problem is. Don't you hate whenever you get a nut or a bolt that just all of a sudden no longer wants to work for you? I know I sure do. This is your home. Trust me, I know. Why are you not going in? If it's not one thing, it's always another. I swear, it's the only thing I hate about cars. It's always something. You started? Or are you teasing me? It started! Hey! Got it. Okay, cool. Now I can mount this one properly. So yeah, this power steering bracket is really interesting because it takes one bolt at the top of the water pump, and then on the side it takes a pipe thread kind of bolt or something to put in there. What I have is not a bolt because I could not find one that was the right length or size or anything, so I had to mock up something. Then that will go on later because I don't have the right washers for it. I need ones that are a little bit bigger. Get everything nice and snug for now. Torque it all down later whenever the RTV fluid dries. I had it tacky for 15 minutes before I put the gasket on. But now we're waiting for it to set a little bit more and then torque it on later. Good. Now I can move on to putting in the number one bracket I want to put in. The generator bracket. Was actually called an upholsterer today. Talking to him for about an hour and trying to give him the specs on this car. And a couple of the numbers on the VIN tag don't match up with his books. So he seems to think that this is a one-of-one car. Custom order, one-of-one. Which would be super cool. But also annoying as all get out. Because it makes it that much harder to find parts for. So he's going to do some more research and find out what's what on this car for me, which is really nice. Put some Loctite on there because there's no reason for this bolt to move. come off because it's just a bracket. Okay, that's snug. This is the other bracket for it. There's 3 brackets. There's the one that's on the head here. There's this one that comes off the timing cover. And then there's this one down here, which is your adjusting bracket. So you can adjust the belt tension. Now, if you have a 6-volt system, like this car does, this particular bracket has 2 different designs. It's got one for 12 volt and one for 6 volt. So you need to make sure you have the 6 volt one, which luckily I ordered this off of eBay. I was ordering this one and it came with this one. I was very lucky about that because I had no clue until it came here. Okay. Put this in here so that the holes stay lined up. Boom. Just like that. Now I can tighten down the other nut, or the bolt, that holds it to the head. There we go. Nice and snug. And this lines up. There we go. Woohoo! Bracketry reassembled. Okay, I think next we're going to put on the horn relay and starter solenoid just to have those in. Alrighty. That's fine. Nice new shiny 6-volt horn relay. Look at that. Nice and shiny. Go ahead and get her bolted up for right now. Screwed. Okay. It's got a hex head, but it's got a coarse screw-like thread. Do you guys call these studs? Or not studs. Do you guys call these bolts or screws? I call them screws. Some people I've heard them call them bolts. You tell me down below what you call them. And one is missing. How? Legitimately. How? I don't understand. I have not touched this battery tray in like 2 days. I put everything here, set it all down nice and neat. Oh, found it. Never mind. Ignore the rant. This is my at-home makeshift oil temperature sensor wire because the old one was horrible. It was all brittle. You couldn't bend it like this without it just completely cracking and fraying off, so I had to make something. The original one was white with a red line. Well, this one's white with red heat shrink. As close as I can get for now. So this is just to make sure that everything functions. No one bite my head off about, that's not the correct way to do that, sir. I know that. That's not the reason for making that. And also, if you want to find me an OEM oil pressure sensor wire for a 55 or 56 Montclair, please, I encourage you, go right ahead and find me an OEM one. I will pay for that immediately if you can find it, because I can't. Cool, all 4 of those are started. Let me grab the right size socket and tighten those up. All right, got the right socket. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. Bam. Woohoo! And it's got all the brand new hardware in it. Probably hard to see on camera. So that'll be good for whenever I start bolting in these wires. Especially this one. This goes, I believe, to this side. I'd have to look again. But cool. Those brackets are in, the water pump is in. The fan could probably go on the water pump later. Yeah, I'll do the fan last because I still have to put the power steering pump on. So, because we have the fan and the radiator that needs to go here. But for right now, let's go ahead and put in the bracket for the throttle stuff. So I'm gonna get y'all positioned for that real quick. We've got two different brackets we have to put on here. This one being the primary one that I need to put on right now, because it is in the way of putting on anything else. So let's go ahead, get these out of here. I'm not as worried about doing the return springs right now, because I'm not ready to get her running yet. My goodness. At least that spring was doing what it's supposed to. Now, why in the world? Guys, they used some sort of baling wire to attach it to this spring for it to go to this bolt. Goodness. That spring's gonna stay right there for now. I have to go get this baling twine off. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. Much, much, much better. Let's get this out of here. I still have transmission stuff I need to hook up. There we go. Now she's lifting. And this bolts in right here. So this can finally be up out of the way. And I can figure out the spring situation later, like I said. Because the different carburetor's gonna be going on here. Okay, that feels like it's already way too tight, even though I put it in there by hand. Wondering if this is the incorrect bolt, because it looks like just a basic hardware bolt. So I have to get another one of those bolts. Love it. Really, really love it for me. Don't know. This body ground's supposed to go down here. It looks like it should. Yeah, it's gonna go down there for that body ground. Which means I have to install this, which is a pain in my butt. Trying to figure out the best way to do it. So these are in the way. Start by pulling these out. Move these wires out the way. And I'll leave the body ground underneath this one. See what I mean by pain in the butt? There we go. Make sure it's not binding on anything. It's not. Move that out of the way. What's annoying is this thing had to come out in order for me to pull the engine. There we go. Now it's starting to line up. Okay. So this one was a pain in the butt to take out, because I had the engine halfway out. And this was binding, I had to drop and remove and relocate, and it's just no fun. Can we go for two? Drop something. That probably wasn't important. No, it was. Yeah, it was. That was the wrench. There we go. Okay, now let's go get the right size socket. And find that wrench. Woohoo! Alright, got the right size for that. Let's go ahead and start this other one. If I can see. I'm going to join you guys up here. So, excuse me. Because you guys are up here on the block. And I can't see anything because I'm short. Oh, goodness. There we go, got one started. If y'all can't see very well, I do apologize. It is very difficult to try and find a good angle on this thing. Can you please? Now, why is it not lining up? I love classic cars. I love antique cars. I love all cars that are old and need help. But God, I hate working on a lot of these. This one's probably been my least favorite so far to work on. Oh. Hey, got it started. Awesome. Which means I can go ahead and tighten these up. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all are fine. Nothing to worry about here. Shh. Okay. Oh, I need to stand for a second. Oh, God. That just is the throttle. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. Let's get back to tightening this up. Okay, I need more extension. Un momento. Okay, how am I gonna reach that down button? That one I cannot reach with the socket. There we go. Nice and tight. Woohoo! Both of those nice and tight. Both of these nice and tight. Gotta get another one for that. Awesome. Because that wiring harness goes for the headlights and for the horns. And comes up to this one. But that part of the horn relay is done. That goes there. That part's done. I'm pretty sure that would go there. And the battery cable, I don't remember if it goes on this side or this side, so I have to look. Okay, so based on everything I found, this is the right way to do it. With this starter cable connecting right here. I'm gonna run it through this. Make it look good. So that goes from the starter to the solenoid. I just put it through here because of all the slack, it'll make it look better. Goes to the firewall side of the solenoid. This obviously only goes to one location because this is a 6-volt system, which means the battery cable can only go to one side. And no, this is not the exact 1955 original battery cable, because the original one is beyond crap, shot, destroyed. This one is a generic aftermarket one. Does not look as good. It's not the exact same length, but it does the job accordingly, which is all that really matters here. So both of these go on this side. And now start wiring or bolting stuff in. I am not an electrician, not an electrical expert. I hate all electrical work, like for me to personally do, and I respect anyone who actually enjoys it, let alone knows how to do it, because for me this is tedious, beyond tedious and obnoxious. And if you do one thing slightly tapped wrong, it is all gone, it's all shot, it's all bad. And that's just something that I hate dealing with. Hate electrical work. Always have. I can do the simple stuff like this. The other problem you have with working on classic cars is finding the correct diagrams. Because you might find one and go, oh, that's right. When you have a 6-volt car. Then you look closer and you go, nope, that's wrong because they converted theirs to 12 volts. So it sucks. It's a pain in the butt. Very annoying. You do not need to insanely torque these. This is copper studs. They don't need to be all the crank because you will actually break the solenoid. Whether you break the copper stud itself or you break plastic or you break something. So they just need to be nice and snug to where the wires don't move. It's got a lock washer, it'll be fine. As long as that lock washer is compressed all the way, you're good. I'm gonna put this back in here so that doesn't get lost. And this is probably way too big. Yep, way too big. Let me get the right size socket. Be right back. Thought I grabbed a 3/8. Apparently I grabbed a 7/16. There we go. All that is bolted in. Now, if I had a battery and key, I should be able to turn it by key, but I don't have a battery right now because 6 volts are getting harder and harder to come across. And the battery is, or I'm sorry, the key, I'm waiting to get here on order. So the only thing I have left to do is put this little temporary wire in, which all it is this side goes ploop, and on the sensor, this side goes plop. That's it. No need to really show it. So I'm gonna put this in real quick, and that's probably all we're gonna do today. So give me just a second, guys. Look at that. Look who came out to the garage to play. Look at the little shop kitty. Say hi. She's the little princess of the house. She loves coming out into the garage and seeing what I'm doing. And she tried hunting a squirrel that was on the car once when it was in the garage. And she failed. Don't like that. But now I'm down to 4% battery on this thing. That's all I've got time for. And that's going to do it for this episode. Got a few things bolted in. Still got the generator put in, radiator, a bunch of other stuff to put in. So still got a few more episodes of this coming to you guys. And soon we should have it running, which is what I'm excited about. So I will see you guys in the next video. Go ahead, please hit that subscribe button to show some support. Really need it really bad. If you like this kind of content, you can like it too. Mostly I just need the subscription more than anything. Please and thank you. Y'all have a great day.